Good afternoon. My name is Chris Countryman, and this is 3.2 Know Your Program. This is a question and answer assignment. There are going to be 7 questions, and I'm going to go through those right now. Question number 1 is going to be, what brought you to your initial decision of going into the graphics design program? For me, it was I started a Twitch channel, and while searching for companies to make me some logos and graphics for my page, I found out that they were a little pricey, and actually several of them were a couple of $100, and I just didn't have that money for something I wasn't making any money on at the time. So I wasn't comfortable paying that much for something I knew I could do with the right training and programs. So I started looking into a graphic design class, and I knew it had to be online for the full-time job I had, and being a full-time dad, and I just couldn't go to a school per se that needed in classroom and labs and such. So I chose Full Sail University, and loving it so far. Question number 2 is, who is the program director of your program at Full Sail? My program director is Eric Rosenfeld. Uh, Rosenfeed, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's been with Full Sail for about 25 years now, and I think he's been the director for 24 and a half of those years. So he's been with Full Sail for quite amount of years, and I think he's been a good asset for him so far. It looks like a lot of prestigious awards. So, what type of software and or programming languages will you be using in your degree? For this one, I had to do some research on because I didn't know many graphic designer softwares other than like Adobe Photoshop. I mean, that's like what everybody knows. So I went ahead and looked into some and found out that there was actually several variants of Adobe, 102 to be exact. Found out that there was Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, and so forth. And all of them give something different, and they could all help in your project. So Adobe is a great tool for you to use in the graphic design world. Um, there's also Canva, which is a free program for beginners. I mean, if you don't have the money to spend on an Adobe product, Canva is a great tool to use as well. The next question is, from your research, what degree skills do you think you would like to focus on and why? So I picked 4 on this one. I went ahead and my first one was obviously an artistic ability for the first one. The second one would be good with technology. Third one would be good communication skills. Fourth one would be good organization skills. And then last would be problem solving ability. And the reason I did those is in the last few decades, computer software and technology have drastically changed the graphic design industry. Even so, there is no substitute for the artistic sensibility. So the knowledge about design elements such as color and composition is vital for graphic designers. So I had to put that as number 1. So your artistic ability and creativity are central. A graphic design job requires the technical side of it as well, to use those design softwares such as the Adobe that we talked about earlier. You can learn other softwares as well, but you still have to have that aptitude to learn and use computers, which help you in that aspect of it. The third one was good communication skills. that requires the ability to effectively present ideas both verbally and visually. You need to be able to sell your ideas to clients and work with them to achieve the end product that you want. Uh, sorry, that they want, not what you want. Uh, Correct myself. You would need to be organized. You need to be, in order to be organized, you need to meet detailed deadlines and stay within a budget. Another one I like to add in there is business skills. I forgot to add that in there. Now I'm just thinking I'm going into a business. So a good business is, because most of us are freelancers and contract based. Be a good one to add. I just threw that one off the top of my head. Problem solving ability was my last one. Choosing the right fonts, colors, and lines to create a balanced composition while simultaneously conveying meaning. I mean, that's complicated in itself to think about, much less design and put that in. So you need to, have the critical thinking skills to do that, and therefore you need to have problem solving skills. What do you think would be the hardest classes that you would run into, and why do you think they would be difficult for you? I personally think all the project and portfolio courses will be difficult for me. I was reading up on those, and that's going to be a lot of the drawing and portfolio management aspect of it. So since I haven't drawn in about 25 years, I think that's going to be the hardest part for me. Even though I enjoy using drawing, I'm just worried that I won't have the skill set enough to pass the course on the artistic standpoint. What do you think would be the easiest class that you would run into, and why? I wouldn't say this class would be the easiest by any means. I mean, this is a college class, and nothing's going to be easy in college. But I'm the most interested in this class, and that's going to be the logos and symbols class, which is later on in my course program. Is actually the last third of the class. With my passion of starting my own business and providing a service to content creators, and me basing my business around branding, logos, and symbols, I think this class will really help me hone in those skills and provide a good sense of direction to where I need to focus my business on. The next question is, how would you go about succeeding in those hard classes, and what can you do now to help prepare for them? Like I said earlier, the drawing will be my hardest class. And actually, how can I do to help prepare for them? I think a couple classes ago, I actually did my hero presentation was actually a Sal Bess. And I remember him saying something about go ahead and start drawing if he could tell some of the new graphic designers in the industry, go ahead and start drawing now, is what I take. I don't know if that's word for word, but that's what I got out of it. So I would go ahead and start drawing now and just get back on it, because it's not going to hurt you, obviously. And the last question was, how would you break down your time and make sure you succeed in your classes? I've been pretty good about giving myself ample time throughout my professional career and even my educational career. This will be my second degree, so I've had plenty of time and to hone in some of my skills to keep me organized and such. Yeah, not organized. Probably mainly my OCD is what keeps me on that aspect. But just keeping a detailed track of everything of my projects and a timetable, and also communication. That's another good key to have to keep you to succeed in your career, and not so much in your classes as well. but communication, keeping those open lines of communication. That way everybody's in the same loop, because things happen. I mean, you never know. But yeah, those were all the questions, and I appreciate your time and hope you have a good week. Thank you, sir.